I know the God that I serve. I know that he will allow you to be accepted for stuff that you're not even qualified for. When Jesus said yes, nobody can say no. Hi guys. So it is Friday, September the 1st, okay? With my whole apartment hunting vlog. I said that I was gonna come back with an update. Here I am with an update. Let me try to zoom out some. So I feel like God is about to turn this into a testimony for me. So that he can get the glory. Of course, he was gonna get it anyway, but this is just gonna be the icing on the cake. Okay, so I didn't plan to come on camera today. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't at all. Well, I kind of did at first. This is the story. Let me start from the beginning. I've been wanting to move to Atlanta since I was like in high school and stuff. So I wanted to train and dance there, and they had like a whole bunch of dance studios and stuff. So I was like, oh, this would be perfect. So I'm like, okay, it was always my dream. Like right after I graduated, I want to move, but I wasn't in a position to. Like I had no plan after I graduated. Like I stopped teaching heels, and I was finna stop like doing the heel dancing and stuff because it wasn't like agreeing with my spirit. You know, I feel like God was pulling me away from that. As I'm doing that, I'm over here like, what in the world? So then I started doing my stretching classes and stuff, and then that started picking up. So I'm over here like, okay, I still want to move to Atlanta. I'm over here going to Atlanta like every single month. My clientele is growing in Atlanta. I think it was like in April or May or something. I was like, I think I prayed it. I don't know if I thought it or if I prayed it. But I was just like, if I make 3 times the rent for the next 3 months, then I'm going to go ahead and try to move. So it happened. So then I'm over here like, okay, I don't know. So August comes in and I'm over here like, God, if this is something that you want me to do, because I feel like I'm super comfortable. I'm over here like, it's just the same thing every single day. I'm not doing anything. I don't feel like I'm growing. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not like, you know, that whole I want to get out of my comfort zone type thing in a new environment. So I'm over here like, if this is something that you want me to do, like if it's attached to my destiny, then like give me this sign. So I asked for a specific sign, and it happened. It was a deadline with that sign too. Like it was probably like 30 minutes before the deadline. I'm not saying that you should give God deadlines and stuff, but I was like, that's just like my specific prayer or my specific sign. So I get it, and I'm like, oh, bet. So then I go and search for the apartment. So I find this apartment, and it's in my price range. I go and view it. It has literally like everything I want. We get into the process, and then I'm like, as an entrepreneur, like how does the income work and stuff? Because like I started my LLC in like August of last year, I believe. And you know, I need to do my taxes, you know, school and all that stuff. They don't fully teach you about all that stuff. And I was a whole entrepreneurship major. I'm pretty sure they did. They told us some stuff, but they didn't tell us everything. I'm over here. I don't have an accountant or anything. They're talking about you need a letter from a CPA, or you need some tax stuff, or you need to basically have a full year's worth of rent in your bank account. So if my rent was $2,000, I need $24,000 in my bank account. Who has that? What 23-year-old who's making an honest living has that? Make it make sense. And if I did, it would be in the savings account, and then they would have been like, hey, we need it from your business, and if I transfer it from, yeah. Anywho, I gave up on that place. I'm just like, I don't have either of those, and like, I'm not trying to lie. Like, it would have probably ate me up in my conscience if I got somebody to lie for me to get this apartment, even though it's people that do it. But I'm just like, that's, yeah, I gave up on that place. I was just like, I don't have $24,000. That's not the amount that I was supposed to have, but I'm not finna like, yep. But yeah, I wasn't finna have almost $20,000 in my bank account. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't even have $20,000 in your bank account. Calm down. So I gave up on that place, and then I've been searching. This was at the beginning of August. I'm over here searching, not finding anything. Nothing is selling me, but I didn't even have thoughts to go back to that because I'm like, I don't have what they're looking for. So I don't know what made me go back on Monday, but I did. I called them, and I asked them, I said, hey, what are the requirements for an entrepreneur? Like, I was trying to act like I was somebody else, you know. And she said, all we need is your bank statements. I forgot if she said 2 or 3 months worth of bank statements or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so-and-so told me that I needed this amount or whatever in the letter. And she was like, no, you just need your bank account. So I'm just like, okay, cool. So I go up there and I still ask. I go and I tour another unit. I'm like, I'm still asking, I'm still verifying, and she said, no, we just need your bank statement. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this has got to be God. It's gotta be. Like, there is no way that you could tell me that I need 20-something thousand dollars in my bank account and then sit here and say all I need is my bank statements, because if you needed my bank statements, then we would have been good from the jump. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm over here on Monday. I fasted. I didn't eat until after 6 p.m. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna, because I would have applied right on the spot, but I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna fast. I'm gonna wait till after this. I'm gonna pray about it, and if I still have like ill feelings or whatever, or if I have ill feelings about it, then I'm just not gonna apply. I didn't. The only ill feelings that I felt like I had was doubt. I'm just like, okay, let me apply. So then I'm over here like trying to figure out the whole bank statement thing. Do I need to like cross stuff out or whatever? So somebody was telling me to wait till tomorrow. I basically had to wait till the next day anyway. So I applied on Tuesday. That's the clip that y'all saw. I applied and I'm anxious like all week. I'm literally so anxious because I'm like, I don't really do stuff where I need to get approved for. I got approved for college. I guess the loan for my car. And yeah, so I don't really do all of that stuff. Like, I haven't had an interview or anything like that in a while. So I'm just like, okay, this is very nerve-wracking. If you do this often, I don't know how you do this, because that was on my mind all week, and I had work to distract me. But like, I look this way because I felt like on one side of me is saying, okay, Asia, by faith, you're going to get this apartment. The other half is saying, I don't know. The one half of me is saying you should start packing now because you might be able to move out this weekend. And then another part is like, what if I'm not? So I'm over here. I didn't pack or anything. I'm just like, let's just see. You know, I just got to pack my room and the stuff under my sink. It was Wednesday. Somebody else emailed me and said, hey, we need your pay stubs or whatever, or bank statements or something. So then I was just like, I'm an entrepreneur. She told me about the bank statement thing, and then she was like, you would need the full lease term in your bank account. So then I called, and I'm just like, that's not what she said. Like, it's not. I confirmed and everything. She's like, okay, I haven't been here for a few days. Maybe something changed. I'll let you know tomorrow. So then the next day, I'm over here. I emailed them, and I said, hey, are the bank statements, like, am I able to do the bank statement thing? And then she said, hey, let me read it verbatim. And you tell me what you would have took from this message. I said, hi, I'm an entrepreneur. I was told, I believe her name began with a C, that I only needed to provide bank statements. My business is called Asia Danae Enterprises LLC, and I'm a traveling stretching instructor. And then that's when I called and all that stuff to figure stuff out. I was like, good morning. On Thursday, I said, good morning. Did you get confirmation about the bank statements being enough? Hi, Asia. Yes. Once I have an update, I will let you know. If you say yes, I'm going to assume that you're answering my questions about the bank statements being enough. And then you'll let me know update about the whole like screening or whatever. Because on Wednesday, they said that they sent my stuff in for screening. This morning, unfortunately, we are unable to take your bank statement due to not having a full lease term amount. Other options you have would be a letterhead from CPA stating what you grossed in 2022 tax return, or a copy of your 1040. Mind you, my business didn't officially start until August. Like, to where it was in paperwork officially start until August. So I'm like, I would not have made enough to cover the whole year. So what sense does that make? Like, I was a student up until April 30th. So I was just, So a part of me wanted to go off, because literally that's almost $300 that I just spent because you told me that I was able to freaking do my bank statements. That's the only reason why I applied, because you told me, yes, it's accepted. And yes, I am quite upset about my almost $300 being spent. Like, I was finna go off, but then a part of me, or maybe it was God, you know, maybe it was like, don't do it. You never know what could happen. Like, you don't want to leave these people with a bad taste in their mouth. So I was very respectful. And I told them that I verified multiple times, whatever. And then the manager who I originally spoke to and did the tour with, she said, sorry for any confusion in what is required of proof of income, whatever. She was like, if you're unable to provide your tax return or your letter from a CPA and want us to go ahead and screen your application for credit and background, we can. Please keep in mind that the income requirement is 3 times the rent, and with the documentation you've provided, this will not be met and may cause a conditional security deposit, which is 1 month's rent plus the standard $200 deposit. I'm literally overqualified for this apartment. If I have to make at minimum 3 times the rent, and I do, and I showed you my bank statements, you see how much I'm making, how do I not meet that requirement? That does not make sense whatsoever. So I'm like, I'm confused. If I make over 3 times the rent, then what are you talking about? I don't make 3 times the rent. So I called them. They said the same bull junk, talking about you need the full lease term and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, do I get my money back? Do I get my application fee, admin fee back? And they were like, if you basically cancel today, then you can get your $85 back. I took a nap because I was crying and I was upset and I was frustrated. And then I took a nap, and then I woke up to them like, do you still want us to proceed with the screening? Because I asked, I was like, if I'm denied, will I still get the application fee back? She said, if I cancel today, then I'll get $85 back. But if I go through with it and I don't get accepted, then I would get the $200 back. And I'm just like, $85 versus $200. I'm going to go ahead and proceed with the screening. This is where God comes in. I'm like, even before I was applying for it and stuff, I know the God that I serve. Okay, I know that he will allow you to be accepted for stuff that you're not even qualified for. I know that he will do something in the background to make it a yes, even when people say it's a no. So even in my head, I was just like, I'm already qualified. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. If they're still allowing me to go through with the screening, because it's not like I'm denied or accepted yet. It's if I go through with this screening, the people in the background, I'm assuming, would have the final say so. So that takes like 3 to 5 days, which I'm upset about because it was being supposed to be like going through the process. If Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. So if God says that this is for me and I'm able to have it, then it's mine. It took me a while to get to this point where I'm having energy and all that stuff, because I was just finna lay in the bed all day, I'm not gonna lie. And I was finna say, bump it. I tried to look for other apartments. I gave up. Because nothing is what I want except for this one. I don't know what it is about this one, but I'm like stuck on it. At first I wasn't trying to hear it because I'm a brat. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a big brat, and I want things my way, and I want it when I want it. Okay, so when all this was happening, of course, in the back of my head and in my heart, I'm like, okay, God forbid if I'm denied, then God has something better. But the outside me didn't want to hear that. Like, I did not want to hear that at all. I'm like, I want what I want, and I want it now. If it's a no, then maybe it's something in the background that you don't know about that God sees, and he's just like, no, maybe he has something bigger and better, maybe something for a better price, but I can't find anything that I want for a better price that has what I'm looking for. I took a nap, and then I woke up feeling and then I asked my dad, I was like, should I still proceed with the screening? Because I'm over here like, they're finna do a credit check. And my credit already took a huge hit. One, because I just got this car like a little over a month. No, I got it in like July. I think at the end of July. So my credit already took a huge hit. And I'm like, I really don't want them to pull nothing else, because then it's going to take something else. And I'm just like, if I don't do this one, then I'm gonna have to apply for something else, and then they're gonna have to check my credit, and if my credit isn't like top tier, then it's just like ugh. So where I'm at right now, I talked to my dad. He said that I still should proceed and have faith. I'm still like, I got the faith of a mustard seed, but I'm still like pushing through, and I'm like, okay, I'm finna go, and I'm gonna go look around, I'm gonna shop, I'm gonna find something to just start this process. I'm gonna try to get some boxes or something, because like no, I said that I planned on moving before like September the 9th. Okay, and I said that because I am on a break right now. I'm technically on vacation from work. Like today was the start of my vacation, and I'm not really going on a vacation. I was just trying to use this time to take a break because I've been going at it since May. And I know God been seeing me work hard and push myself and keep going and going and going and try my best to get this apartment. So he's gonna do it. Will it be that one for sure? No clue. No clue. I can only hope and pray. But something gotta shake. Okay? Something gotta shake. And it wouldn't be God if he didn't cause something to shake in the midst of it so that he can get the glory out of it. So I'm assuming that that's what's happening right now. Y'all are on this faith journey with me. I guess I'll have an update in a few days. It sucks that Labor Day is on Monday, so I don't even know when I'm gonna get an update. It could be on Tuesday or preferably on Sunday because they're open on Sunday somehow, some way. I really genuinely, I don't know. And I'm trying not to be sad, and I'm trying not to be like super doubtful, and I'm like, should I just keep looking around just in case? But I'm just like, no, like, it's gotta be this one. The only thing that I can really say when I'm praying is, God, you are God. And knowing who God is can assure me that he is God and he can do the impossible. He can favor me with the people in the background. He can change protocol, or he can break protocol for me. He can do anything in the background to get me in this spot.